I feel like Fear and Hunger Termina could be described with this single scene from the Boondocks.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
This game is brutal. This game is unfair. This game is fucking amazing. And I absolutely love it. In your first 10 minutes of playing this game, you'll immediately be able to tell if it's a game for you. If you're one of those people who doesn't like turn-based RPGs that make you think, then go and play Sea Mid, honestly. This game is pretty much a knowledge check disguised as a game. If you don't know what you are doing, you get bent over the table. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it.
What the fuck?
But if you are willing to do the trial and error and find out what's right and what's wrong, I honestly believe you'll be rewarded with one of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. Funga, as we cool kids call it, is honestly like a Natsuki Subaru simulator. You are going to die, and die. If any of your friends tell you, oh, I played this game blind and I beat it without dying, they are lying to you. But that is the beauty of Fear and Hunger. Learning off of each reset, the do's and don'ts of this game. For example, do go to the first bunker and get best killer Bella on your team. Don't jump into a shit pit because it will end your run, and what do you think was gonna happen there, you dumbass? There are 8 characters for you to choose from, ranging from a cripple in a wheelchair to what Finnish people think black people look like, a walking JoJo reference to a man constantly fighting a beast inside of him. He's a furry. Each of these characters have different perks and benefits to choosing them. You have Marina, who could raise people from the dead off rip, or Karen, who could lockpick doors and enter rooms that would require a key to open. These help to make each character's start position feel vastly different, even though they all start at the same spot. But KWESI, I hear you say, what if I want the perks of other characters on the one that I'm playing? Well, there are ways in which that could be achieved, like murdering them, absorbing the soul, and offering the heads to the gods. You know, your usual RPG level up system. So be prepared to kill all your favorite characters when the time arises, because they have skills that you need, and unless you're a Fear and Hunger pro, you ain't beating this shit without them skills. Now let me talk about that combat. This game sporting the usual turn-based RPG shit that we all know and love, with a nice little limb system to accompany it. Meaning that enemies you fight will have different points for you to attack, which can result in different outcomes. The most common being chop their arms off so they don't chop your arms off, or chop their legs off so their head will be easier to hit, because headshots trump all in this game. Also, let me tell you about the coin flip mechanic, or as I like to call it, gambling. Enemies, the terrain, and even the chest you search could prompt you to flip a coin. Call it right here, you get cool loot. Call it wrong here, you lose all your limbs while being sacrificed. But don't worry, there's something in the game that can help increase your odds of winning. Just hold the run button and you will flip 2 coins. But them 2 coins could also end up landing completely wrong, and you know, that's tough. You could also just guard moves that trigger a coin flip so you don't get one shot. Most coin flip attacks one shot you, so you know, you're going to want to guard them. And now for the part of the video where I explain why everyone is sporting these fashionable black pants. You see, the enemy variety in Fear and Hunger is usually split between 2 things: dudes with their dicks out and dudes without their dicks out. This guy has his dick out. This guy has his dick out. This guy is fully clothed, which is surprising because he's a priest. Father Hugo wants to take off his clothes. Oh, never mind. You see, I've already been struck by our Indian overlord, so I need to install the sensor mods, and I suggest you do the same. Well, unless you want anybody spectating to think that you're playing some type of gay porn RPG, bro, I don't know. Or you can take the censoring into your own hands. There are a lot of crazy enemy types for you to fight, and a ton of them have unique interactions and ways that you could pacify them or even put them down. Like, look at this guy for example. I could trick him into taking off his gas mask and breathing in his own toxic gas by just talking to him during the fight and pretending like I can't hear him. The enemy design of this game can shift so fast, from eldritch horrors that spawn from the void to that's just a man fucking a horse, I'll be real. This game never fails to surprise you with what could possibly be lurking on the next screen. But enough about the enemy design. Now let me talk about the areas in which you'll be encountering them in. This game manages to blend its art style and sound design so well together. It will manage to make you feel uncomfortable and paranoid, even though it looks like something that would come out on a Sega Genesis. No two areas feel the same, and the music that is chosen for each fits them perfectly, whether it be the unsettling noises that happen inside of Rose Realm, or the cool-ass beat that plays while exploring the city, down to the absolute banger that is the Preheville Bop theme. This game does not miss. A matter of fact, the only time I ever wanted to turn the music off is when Flayed Man OST started playing. We need to stop screaming like that. Making way too much noise, man. When it comes to the story of Funga, there's lore scattered all over the map in things like books and specific time of day character events that you could honestly miss pretty easily, which is a shame because every character has a time limit, sorta, before they are scorched by the moon god, yourself included, because saving the game progresses time and you have 3 days to beat the game before everybody is moon scorched and turn into monstrosities. For honestly no real reason. The moon god just decided to fuck with everybody and be a cunt today. And I gotta be real with you, to understand the law you're probably gonna need guidance. You know, you're probably gonna need to go and watch a YouTube man explaining the law, or YouTube woman, because this is honestly some Dark Souls shit, you know, like you don't play this game and understand everything. Alright, since I want this video to hit the 10-minute mark, I am now about to go over a couple of things that I was planning to leave out, but hey, I'll put them in anyways. Like how, for example, remember when I mentioned reading the books to the lore? Well, the books and them also have another feature. There are things called skin Bibles, in which you can learn about gods and each of these gods' symbols. Drawing these gods' symbols will give different benefits. I can't leave that vague though, and I can't tell you anything about that. You could also, you know, buff your characters with items and shit like that, like pep pills or heroin. Yeah, heroin is a buff in this game, and it's one of the best ones too. Also, make sure to behead everything you kill, because heads are the resource needed to get your skill points. On the hexen table that you could see up on screen right there, you offer up the heads to get soul shards. You craft the soul shards into entire souls, and then you use the entire souls on that hexen table in order to unlock different skills and abilities, some of which can be locked behind having a certain affinity rank with the gods in the game. So, you know, you might need to do a blood sacrifice here, some masturbation over there, you know, it's fear and hunger, go wild. I like how I've been yapping for like 8 minutes and I ain't even mentioned like the main system mechanic of the game, that being the fear and hunger. You know, you need to keep your belly full and your mind stable in this game. Get too hungry, you start doing less damage, you might lose feeling in your legs. Go too insane and your character will develop a phobia, that is the fear of everything. Another thing I forget to mention, that every character has a phobia in this game. So depending on the enemy type that you are fighting with each character, you're going to be weaker in that fight. And to the people on them who on defense, you know, might have some saying, oh, this game too hard. Bro, I promise you, only in the first playthrough of Fear and Hunger will this game ever be its hardest. Like, not gonna lie, after you beat this game for the first time, unless you're playing in the terror and starvation mode, this game is honestly pretty easy. And I gotta be real with you, bro, playing Funga is like 100 times better than watching Funga. Like, I remember watching Funga and enjoying it, but playing this shit for the first time, bro, go and play this damn game. But yeah, to close things out, honest to God, I believe that this game is a solid 9 out of 10. Miro really do some good shit here. If you don't know who Miro is, that's the creator of the game. One nigga making this shit. And I am honestly a big fan of his work now. Not gonna lie. So go give that man your money so I could get Fear and Hunger 3 now, you feel me? Most developers and them don't get multiple playthroughs out of me. I don't go for multiple endings, but Miro was able to. So all I have to say to that nigga is stand proud, because your game is fun.